Man, only one way to start this. There's only one way to start this. Can't dance, can't move. Yeah, it's that time. I want to welcome you all to the Mike Rand Dolphin Around podcast. Alright, y'all. We about to get into this. Alright. So, I don't really talk about these things too much, but this is going to be like super duper hilarious today. Because, y'all may not know this, but most of the time I'm doing a podcast, I'm listening to some music. So like right now I got this playlist I've been playing for like the past 2 weeks when I get a chance to listen to music. So my first song is Pick Up the Phone, Young Thug, Travis Scott, then Drake, Marvin's Room, Drake, Teenage Fever, The Weeknd, Die For You, Bryson Tiller, Don't, In Exchange, Kendrick Lamar, Love, and J. Cole, No Role Models. That's like one of my favorite songs of all time. And then, you know, my girl, Khalil, she got this new song, Love. I really like it. That's my track. It go hard. I listen to it. Go hard. Yeah. So, that's what I really be playing when I be doing my podcast. I like to listen to I feel like some nice, smooth type of music. Because that music kind of get me in the right state. You know. Because music determines your mood. But that ain't what we talking about today. Alright? I just want to let y'all know what I be listening to. And that Drake Find Desire just came on. So I'm going to try to get too emotional right now. Because that song take you back to a spot that I can't really go back to if I wanted to. Alright, so today we're going to jump into this crazy story of traveling to see a romantic partner. Would you do it? If that's something you're interested in doing? And, you know, throughout your life, you go to different drastic measures of doing these things. And, it gets really cool and crazy sometimes because you could do some really outrageous traveling, commuting to see a romantic partner. Now, I think the stories I'm going to go to now, they aren't technically romantic. It's more thrill-seeking, you know. And I tell this story all the time. So hopefully now when I tell it, I won't have to say it again. I won't think about it again. All my guys have heard this story. And this story are normally hilarious if you was there in the moment, you know, because when this happened, I was in my 20s, and when I was in my 20s, I was doing crazy stuff. 20 to 21, I'm doing crazy stuff, and this crazy stuff was due to boredom. I had no desire to do these things. I was bored. So, alright. I used to live in a place called San Pedro, California. San Pedro, I say maybe like, 20 miles south of like downtown LA. And I was in the military. So, I had met this one girl at the club one night. And we had like hit it off real good vibe and whatever. She was a fitness trainer. And in my head, I was thinking fitness trainer, some of the people you see on TV, you know, P90X, T25 type people. So I'm like, I need to get with this. This is going to get me in shape. This is going to get me active. This is going to get me right. So, whatever. So me and her were talking, whatever. We was going back and forth for like 2 weeks. And everybody on the base, we had got tickets to go to a Dodgers game. And I ain't going to lie. I was lit. I was lit at the Dodger game. I had too many beers and drinks. I was toasted. But when we caught our transportation, it took us to and from the dorms. Alright, so they took us back to the dorms. I was knocked out asleep and my phone had died and I was supposed to go see old girl. So I literally got in the crib, charged my phone up, juiced it up, hit her up, and I was like, hey, what you doing? She was like, I thought I'd probably see you tonight. And I didn't sleep my drunkenness in. So I'm super sober. And I have nothing to do. It's like a Friday night, I have nothing to do. So I was like, I'm finna go see old girl. I ain't got nothing else to do. So she sent me the address. Now this is back in like 2009, okay? So back in 2009, we didn't have GPS in our phones. We actually had a navigational system. So my soup had got me a navigation system. Not a navigation system, a GPS system. And I'll never forget it because I used to use it to go places. It's so funny when you used to have those things and it was like part of your vehicle. Now, man, I'm using my phone. So I get in the car and I'm like, you know what? Man, let me stop by the convenience store to get me some water, blah, blah, blah. So I got me some water, got in the car, put the address in the GPS. That junk said like 2 hours. And I was like, do I really want to try? Man, what's 2 hours away? Ain't nothing 2 hours away. So I called my homeboy Caleb. I was like, Caleb, I'm finna go to Lancaster. He was like, nigga, for what? I was like, man, I'm finna go to Lancaster as a girl. He's like, that's like 3 hours away. And I was like, nah, it's 2 hours. So he was like, boy, you need to go home. And I was like, man, I gotta make this ride because I ain't got nothing else to do. He was like, fool, you come hang out with me? And I was like, where you at? He was like, well, I can't tell you where I'm at, but we can hang out. I said, you know what, Caleb, forget you. Because he was supposed to go with us on this trip, but Caleb didn't go. So, y'all, I drove 2 hours, get to her crib, a big house. I'm like, man, I hit the jackpot. She's like, Michael, you can't be too loud. My parents upstairs asleep. I was like, what? Your parents upstairs asleep? In my head, I didn't say it out loud. I was like, her parents upstairs asleep? Okay, what's about to happen? I'm scared. So we hung out downstairs in a little basement loft area downstairs. So we downstairs kicking whatever. She gave me some blankets. I went to sleep. I didn't sleep good that night. I went to sleep eventually. I woke up to 2 dudes coming downstairs. And he was like, oh, hey, Michael, how you doing? And I was like, I don't know you. So they was like, oh, I'm so-and-so dad, this, and this. I'm so-and-so brother. I'm like, man, this is awkward. I can't leave right now because I don't know what's going on. So mom come downstairs. Oh, we heard a lot about you, this. And I'm like, huh? What? So all the family know me. The auntie came over there. This is all in the morning. And then tell me, she didn't went to work. All right, she didn't went to work. She had some clients at the fitness center. So she left me at the crib. So I'm inside. I'm like, this is awkward. They was like, yo, welcome to the family. So I didn't low-key became part of the family. In the back of my head, I'm like, man, if I ever get out of this, I ain't ever come back to Lancaster. So that was a really depressing ride back. I think I had called Joel up or somebody. I think I had called Joe on the way home. It was a really depressing ride home. Yeah. So another time, super hilarious, me and King used to travel and not tell each other we were traveling. So King would hit me up and I would hit him up. Like, where you going? All right, we're on different sides of the town. Because King tried to hang out with me when I wasn't planning on hanging out with him. So no lie, I was going to see Erica in Pomona. So I'm whipping the Cavalier down there, going to see Erica. And then I hit him up and I was like, what you doing? He was like, on my way to Pomona? And I was like, for what? He was like, I got this chick. So he going to Pomona, I'm going to Pomona. And he was like, where you going? I was like, going to see Erica. He was like, man, fool, we should have rolled together. And I was like, nah, we're on different time frames, bro. We're on different time frames. So that was super hilarious because me and King went in the same direction. Like, one exit from each other. Yeah. Too crazy. So then, oh, wow. So this last story is super hilarious. Me and Me and Quinn, we was in Tennessee. And we was just hanging out, chilling. And we got super bored. So we hit up Ashley, and we was like, I'm finna come down there. And Ashley like, I want you to come down here. And I was like, man, I'm gonna come down there. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna call you when I'm on my way. Send me the address. She sent me the address, and I was like, I thought she stayed in Louisville. She stayed in Lexington. Lexington is further away. So I was like, that's a long drive. And I think it had rained real bad, whatever. So I ended up driving Dwayne's the truck. He had just got a truck. I had drove most of the way there, like probably like, I want to say it was like maybe 6 or 7 hours away. Maybe it's like 6. But I drove like 3/4 of the way there, and then he took over. I just thought that was super hilarious because like she had to go to work that morning, and I knew it. She had to go to work. So I literally drove down there just to drive back. Cause I drove there. We stayed in the crib. We stayed in different rooms, whatever. Cause we weren't romantically involved. I wasn't romantically involved. Nobody in these stories thinking about it. Not really. And got done with that, and it was just crazy because we ended up driving back, and we was looking at each other like, why we drive there? And I was like, man, we drove there for the thrill. Cause we didn't get nothing. We didn't get nothing out of that whole situation. And it's not something that I would do today. I'll catch a flight now. I ain't driving more than 35 minutes. I didn't lost many relationships because I ain't driving more than 35 minutes. So, alright, y'all. Peace out, holla.